And we're back. And Haley, we ended last segment talking about how we had no idea where we were going with this next segment.
Yes.
That was false. I always know where I'm
Dan
going.
had a plan.
Right. I've always got.
I didn't know exactly what was in the plan.
Right. I've always got multiple plans. They're always spinning so I can adjust as necessary. I want to talk about winter prep. Getting stuff ready for winter. Now, I know this is really last minute stuff.
But to be fair, we had that big dump of snow maybe a month ago, when we still had leaves on the ground.
Yeah.
It was still very much in the midst of fall. All of the snow happens. I didn't get a bunch of stuff done outside that I wanted to.
And I know I didn't either. And so that's why I want to talk about this. I've wanted to talk about it for a few weeks. Pitched it to Haley, but now I decided it's time. We've got snow coming next week,
Yeah.
Maybe snow today, who knows? These are things to take care of. Now, we're going to do it in the form of a checklist. I'm not going to run you through lots of step-by-step stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, it's just a fun checklist. Did you do these things or not? It's something to think about.
It'd be like a quiz for us.
Right. It's a quiz for us. It's a quiz for everybody listening. If you did a lot of these things, well, then it's pat yourself on the back time.
Right.
And maybe give yourself
a treat.
A cookie, maybe a trophy, or something like that. If you didn't do some of these things,
homeowner.
You're probably going to want to get on it. All right, let's start with the first one. Did you prep your gas-powered mower? All right, now, Haley, you don't have one.
Yeah, I get to opt out of this one.
Yep, you've got a battery-powered mower, and we're going to get to that in a minute. But if you've got a gas-powered mower like I do, there's some things that you should take care of if you haven't. Now, there are lots of things you could do, that are recommended. You could change the oil. That'd be great if you can pull that off. Sharpen the blades. You could do that in the spring. You can clean the mower, get all that clinging grass off and stuff like that. That's really good to do. But really, the main thing you want to make sure you take care of is the fuel. If you're going to store it with fuel in it, you're going to want to make sure that you add stabilizer to that fuel. Most of us know that and are aware, but if you haven't done that, make sure you're on it.
Because that can cause big issues down the road, right?
Right. It can gum up your carburetor and things like that. It can make it tough to start in the spring. That happened with my snowblower. We're going to get to that because somebody didn't do all of this.
Oh, man.
With a snowblower one spring. But anyway, with the mower, add the stabilizer. There's all kinds of different stabilizers you can buy, and they'll have different mixes, different ratios on there on the container.
Read
that will
the
tell
directions.
You how to mix it. But you want to fill your tank up, get it to 90 to 95% full, add the stabilizer, and then run it for about 5 to 10 minutes.
Get it through all the different things,
right? All the different things, right? The carburetor, the fuel lines, all of that stuff, and then you're ready to shut it down for the year. All right? So that's your gas-powered push mower, let's say.
Have you done this yet?
Yes, that part I've taken care of.
Good job, Dan.
Ding! Dan gets a pat on the back. Well, we'll see once at the end. I can't give myself pats on the back for all. I'll bruise myself.
I'll bruise myself.
How about the rider? All right? Now, with fuel, you've got to take care of all the things that I just talked about.
And you have one of these too, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Now, the battery on that one is the extra thing. So take care of the fuel like we just talked about, but then get the battery out. Get it inside, or you can put it on a trickle charger. That will work too. You can get those very inexpensively, and that will keep it going.
What have you done?
All winter long. I pulled it out and put it inside.
Good job. Yeah.
Yes,
you got
Dan
two already?
This is where it goes downhill at this point.
Okay.
No, not yet. Not yet. Did you prep your battery-powered lawn equipment? Now, this is a Haley question, but I've got all this Ego equipment.
Yes.
Lithium-ion batteries and stuff like that.
That's what I've got.
Don't leave those all out in the cold all winter long. Get the batteries inside.
They're still outside.
All right. So get those batteries in. And really, we talked about this with Fire Marshal Brett.
Yeah.
And we talked about how you probably don't want to leave these charged in your basement all winter long.
Right. Don't leave the stuff plugged in on the charger. You're just opening up the chances for things to happen.
Right. They're not huge fire concerns or fire hazards, but it is possible.
Right.
And if something goes with a lithium-ion battery,
it's big.
It can be big. So just get the batteries inside, but you don't have to put them on the chargers. Just get the batteries inside. All right. Next question. Did you prep your snowblower? Now, we're not prepping the snowblower for storage. We're prepping the snowblower for use. And if you've already used it because of that snow that we had, you're probably well aware of how well it's going to work this season.
You've had a good dry run.
Right. Now, for me, I had left gas in it over the course of a couple springs ago. And so last winter, it was really rocky the whole time. I ended up replacing the carburetor 2 weeks ago or whatever it was. It was a week before we got that snow.
Oh, that was lucky.
I replaced the carburetor, got that all fixed around, and everything was good. On a side note with the carburetors on the snowblowers,
Yeah.
the year that it ran rocky, so not, I guess this past
previous
winter,
year. Yeah.
I went through, I spent a fair amount of money on different carburetor cleaner type things. I found one gum buster or something like that. That was
Yes,
supposed to
you've
be really
wanted
great.
to do a segment on this.
After I tested it, it was $50 for this thing. I decided to do it because breaking down and taking the carburetor out looked like it was fairly complicated or lengthy. And so I bought this stuff and didn't work at all.
Oh,
$50 down the drain.
Such a bummer.
Right. So this year, I look online, I can buy a new carburetor for $26.
Shut up.
And in about 45 minutes following some YouTubes that we watched.
So you could have a brand new one for 25,
Yep.
or you could do the gum buster for 50.
I know. I did both
Yeah.
for 75. So, yeah. Anyway, the main point here, I guess my point there is if you do have a problem with the carburetor,
It's
you can
not the
get
end
that
of the world.
fixed.
Yeah.
You can take care of that. The big thing is you want to make sure it's working now.
Right.
You know, if you haven't already run yours, get it out, start it up, make sure it's working so that when we do get a big snowfall and you want to use it, you know it will start. It's always really bad to find out then
Yeah, that's a huge bummer.
that it doesn't work. If it doesn't work and you can't get it fixed and can't find time, start buying shovels.
Yeah.
They will flee from the shelves the minute the snow hits. So
It's true.
all right, there we go. Snowblower. What about your gutters?
I'm like opted out of all of these. I feel like
Opting out, or are you just you don't
Well,
have
I don't-
gutters?
I don't have gutters. I
Well,
don't have a
see,
snowblower.
Yeah, you picked a lot of smart things to not have. The gutters I have not done. So I got 4 dings or something like that, and now I get a womp womp.
No.
Yep. Gutters are full of leaves. I've got to get up there and take care of that. That's going to be today.
Today?
I am going to do that today. The minute we're off the air, I'm going to be on the roof and hopefully not in the air
Oh, I'm glad I'm not
until I'm
sticking
back on the ground again. So what about your gutters? Take a look. Maybe you got to deal with those. Here's another one. Did you winterize your sprinklers? Man, I sure hope you did. And I did. And I'm assuming everybody out there who has in-ground sprinkling has taken care of this. If you're that one person who's looking up from your bowl of Cheerios and thinking, what did he say? Did he say something about sprinklers?
Winterizing the sprinklers.
If that's you, get on it. That's top priority right now. What about your chimney? Have you done anything? Do you have a fireplace, Haley?
I don't have a fireplace.
Wow, Haley's got nothing to do. She's got the ideal winter
Kind of
retreat.
great.
Yeah. So did you sweep the chimney this fall before use? I did not do that. I don't really intend to do the fire inside this year in the
Oh.
fireplace.
Well, what do you have a wood burning?
I have a wood burning fireplace, and yeah, it always freaks me out just a little bit. You know, putting a fire in the house
Yeah.
intentionally. I know it's fine, but
I've only lived in one place with a fireplace, and it was wood burning. And yeah, I mean, I like fire. I've done a lot, glass blowing, right? I'm accustomed to flames, but having a fire in the house, even though it's in the place for a fire,
I know
felt kind of scary.
it does, and so I'm not going to probably do that. But if you do like to use that, and I hope you've already done the chimney sweeping, but if you haven't, probably should consider that.
Yeah,
If the
top of the
chimney
list.
hasn't been inspected in a while, get somebody out who will
Right.
do that. If it's a new house to you, this happens.
Yeah.
And, maybe you bought a house and you're so excited because it's got a fireplace. Did you get it inspected before you start using it? Because there could be things wrong.
It's a
You
big deal.
definitely want to catch that. So think about that. A few more, and then we'll wrap it up. Did you cover your AC, your air conditioner?
I
You don't
did
want
do
to.
that.
You did.
Yeah.
I did not do that yet. That's a wall and a ding for Haley.
Yeah, that's my first ding.
Haley's got a ding. Don't want to wrap it in a tarp. You're going to want to put plywood on it to protect it from ice and all of that. When you wrap them with tarps, it's just like inviting all the little
All the
critters to come and live there
Yeah.
and spend the winter.
It's a popular chipmunk run.
Yeah.
It's like right between the house, and
Mm-hmm.
they just run right between it. I always catch them right there. My cat loves looking out the window right there. So, yeah,
Yeah,
I
you don't
always
want to
go with
create a little
plywood.
hotel for 'em.
Exactly.
So, anyway, make sure that's taken care of. Get your hoses inside. Disconnect the hoses and get them inside. And that's going to protect them because it's going to help them prevent, it's going to prevent cracks in them. It's
Sure.
going to help them preserve their shapes, which is
Yeah.
important. And it's going to prolong their life. I always leave these outside. I forget about these things.
Yep, I definitely forgot about that.
Twice in the last 4 years, I've had need in the course of winter. I think once my hot water heater
Oh, yeah,
broke
because you
and
had to pump the water out.
right, and I needed a hose, and they were all frozen. Full of water
Oh,
and
that's such a
frozen. I
bummer.
was so mad at myself for not being a more diligent homeowner. So get those hoses in. Last few things. Did you get your patio furniture covered? I have not done that
I
yet.
haven't
Got to
done
take care of that.
that.
Did you replace your furnace filter? That's not necessarily a fall thing.
I have done that, but I don't know if
It's just
maybe.
nice to get on a schedule with
Yeah.
that. Furnaces, air conditioners, all those need ventilation. They need airflow.
Right.
And when those things clog up, that can cause problems. Now's always a good time to just know it's on your schedule. I'm going to swap that out. So think about that in the same regard. Batteries in smoke detectors, carbon monoxide
That's
detectors.
good advice. Yeah.
Change those batteries. And the last one, did you reverse your ceiling fan?
No.
Most ceiling fans have a little switch on them. You hit that switch, and now it will blow the hot air down.
Down.
And
Huh.
that is really wonderful.
Yeah, I need to do
Just
that.
make sure you clean the fans off before you reverse them
Oh,
because it will
yeah. Gross.
it'll dust everything. A nice little dusting. It'll be snowing outside
Yeah.
and inside.
That'll be
It's
good.
great. So anyway, a lot of different things. Just make sure you're good. Probably most everybody out there is diligent and has taken care of these things. If you
Well, I
haven't,
think I failed the test.
all right. Well, Haley's got work to do. Dan's got work to do. Maybe everybody's got a little thing to do. All right, we're going to take a break. We'll put links in the show notes so you can check that list over if you want to make sure, maybe to show people how well you've done,
Yeah. Did you ace it?
or maybe to weep over all of these things. But we'll put links in the show notes. We're going to take a break. And when we come back, we'll be talking about our Christmas contest and giving out a
Yes.
couple of hints.
And painting ceilings, which sounds like something you don't want to do, but I promise it is.
Yeah, we'll explain all of that just ahead. Stay tuned.